I'll drop it hard.
And lot of my viewers asked me that to show me how does this mechanism work. This all-in-one package, air pump, compression chamber, a valve, an inlet valve. So this is a complete package. So they want to know how does this thing work, that they can implement this in a gun, because this is a complete package. You don't need anything, you don't need an external pump, you don't need an external anything, just fit this in a gun and you are ready to go. Actually fill up by itself when you pump it, and this will actually pump, and this will store a lot of air inside there. So this video is this video is for educational purpose. So watch this video till the end, because I will be explaining how this part work, and this is actually a very good technology, because it will reduce the amount of component needed for an air gun, and this has a lot of power. So you can actually hunt with this, hunt a small game with this mechanism in a .177 or .22. I won't be recommending you use this for a .25 for a pistol. If you use a big barrel, rifle barrel, you can use it for .25, but for a pistol you can use it for .177 or .22. So watch this video till the end, and because I will be explaining a lot of things. So let's start. So I have actually drawn a diagram of this system. I will be dismantling this thing in after a few minutes. Just let me explain the parts inside there. So first, this is the air chamber, and these are the O-rings, and these are the O-rings. These are connected like a ring. This is a ring. I have shown this in a diagram, so that is why it is chopped in a half pattern. And this is the valve or hammer valve, and this is the one-way valve. This means the air can come through here, but it will not let the air to go out. Okay, this is this part, and this is this part. So this is the outer part, which also have a one component only, one way valve, inner valve, inlet valve. This valve design is kind of a different, because if I use this type of valve, it will take a lot of space. So I have used like a tappet type valve with a spring over here, which will push down towards this thing, and it will lock the air inside here. So when the air comes in, it comes through here when this thing is inside here. And just imagine this thing is inside here. Let me draw this for you. Don't actually I am watching my phone to draw. Okay, so this is the O-ring, and this is I am actually just imagine I am pushing this down or pulling this thing this way. So the air is coming through here. This is because this is a one-way valve. The air can come through here, and it is stored over here. But when I again push this thing towards the back side, the air cannot go out because it is stopped. It cannot go out. Then this valve comes into play. This valve let this air come inside here, and which is stored over here. So this is actually, that is one pump. From this motion to this motion, one pump. So if I continuously pump it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so that's why the all the air which is coming inside here, it's gone, which is dumped within here. So this chamber has a lot of pressure inside it, and which is stopped by this valve. So after that, when I have reached a maximum pressure inside here, then I will push this valve down, which will open up this valve. What will I say? Valve rubber. Like, let me show this in a diagram. Remember that the valve is open now. This is the open valve. Okay. The spring is compressed, the valve is open, all the air is rushed through here and comes through here, all the compressed air when the valve is open. So this is the main working principle. That means I have a pump, I have a compression chamber, I have a valve, I have everything in a single package. So very useful thing for a multi-purpose type pistol, rifle, anything. And this thing packs a punch. Trust me guys, I have fired a lot of rounds through this. This thing packs a punch. After pumping it almost 14 to 15 times, I have used 25 caliber BBs. When I press it down, actually it kind of kicks back like this. Of the 25 caliber 25 caliber BBs pushed so hard that my hand actually kind of blow back like this. So this packs a punch. If you want to make this, just follow this step and try to watch this video over and over again to kind of identify how to make this. And if you have any queries, just comment below, I will explain everything. So now I will show you the inside part. Okay, so I have opened up the system. This is the pump. You can see the O-rings over here. Let me focus. Yeah, you can see the O-rings, this one, and the one-way valve. This is the one-way valve, and I have made this in such a way that I can replace the valve when it is broken by unscrewing this. I can just take out the valve and replace it. It is not welded or not, it is not kind of used by any kind of glue, so I can replace it quite easily. You can actually use this kind of technique. It will be quite tough because this, you can see this is a solder. I have kind of welded this part and this part through the soldering paste or soldering iron, not soldering iron. I have heated this metal with in a gas stove, and I have welded this with the soldering wire. So you can use this technique. And this is the compression chamber, this is the pump system, and this is the inlet valve. This is the hammer valve, and this is the outer part of the pump. You can see the system inside that is quite clean because it had to be clean, or else the pump will not work. This is the and I will also tell you where to find all this kind of material. You this is actually a it is actually a printer roller. You can find this thing in a any kind of printer roller. The printer roller may be this much long. Just chop it into half. Just remember to actually use an angle grinder, because it will cut a smooth surface, or else it will damage the pump. And the inner valve, or this thing, is inside here. You can see the bottom part actually, but the outer part is actually covered by M-seal, so you cannot see this. Okay, now to the main system. Okay, now I can open this because there is a o-ring seal over here. If I open this, it will damage it, so I will not going to open this part, but I will show you the valve. So I have made this thing in such a way I can replace the parts quite easily. So just wait, let me open this. I can open this by unscrewing this in a anti-clockwise, but I am holding my camera. Just wait, let me just put my camera down. I want to show you in front of camera. So look, I am rotating this anti-clockwise, and it is coming off. Remember guys, watch this video till the last, don't skip, because everything I'm going to show you is very important. And if you want to build, I have open up, just let me see, I have opened up my system over there. Here, this is the chamber, and this is the valve. This is a very small valve, but this thing also have a very also does have a higher airflow. So okay, I will also help you to make this valve also. Okay, I am showing you everything in this video, so don't skip. Just wait, let me gather up my parts to show you how to build this. So to make this valve, you need this kind of this is a part of mountain bike tube. This kind of system is in there. So if you need to chop it by half, depending upon the length you need, and you have to get this nut, two of these. One will be fitted up to here, then you have to weld it, and another one will be, and then another one will be welded over here. So after that, you have to cut a hole over here. Okay, and for the system of like this, you have to use this. This is a cycle spoke. I don't know what is this thing is called, but this is actually a from a cycle spoke, and this is a cycle spoke. This part, just use this rod, and yeah, use this kind of thing. This is actually a valve. Use this kind of thing, then jam it inside there. And remember, there will be a hole over here that will let the air out, and that's it. So you will have a valve made out of a bicycle tube, mountain bike one, and this outer part will be the valve stem. Let me show you this part. Yeah, just managed to find a tight spring like this. Let me focus like tight spring like this, and use this cycle spoke part as a spring stopper over here to stop the spring from flying out. So these are the actual parts needed to make this valve. So I have shown you the valve part also right now, and that's it. You can make this. Actually, this is a complete tube. This is a tube from a bicycle pump, inner part. You can make this kind of ribs out of M-seal. This is a compound which is two compounds. When mixed together, it forms like a is hardened and forms like a stone. So I have actually forms it into a ring that will, and after 3 hours this been hardened, and it is been used as a o-ring stopper or a o-ring sealer. The air seals over the surface of this thing, so you can make it quite easily. You have to find, I have told you the parts and where to find all this thing. And this is what was a screw, big screw, and this is the nut. I have sanded it down so that I can weld it to this chamber, and this is the nut which I have drilled a hole and put a valve over here. And once again I'm showing you. Just if you have any queries, comment below, I will help you. And so thank you for watching, and hope you have learned something from this video.